Hi, my name is Lareau. I'm 22 years old from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm super excited to be applying for the PT Autosport Aspiring Driver Shootout. I think the opportunities like this don't come around very often, and you got to take them when you can. So whether I'm just an applicant or I'm out on track in November as a finalist, I think this could be a great start for my career as a racing car driver. So why should you choose me as a finalist? I think that's a great question that can be answered with three things: determination, work ethic, and passion. I think that's three qualities that make every racing car driver great. For me, what that's translated into is karting. So every Monday, I go down to my local track and I compete in a league racing event where I race with some pretty talented individuals. Some of these kids are sponsored by Chevy and Toyota. They do late model stock racing, other kinds of racing, and really that's pushed me to want to be a better driver week in and week out. So it's a really competitive environment, but it's really pushed me beyond what I thought I was capable of. And so I really want to take that next step and, chase my passion, do what I can to be a better racing car driver. But that's taught me a lot of things. So adaptability, focus under pressure, never backing down from a challenge. That's just, some things karting has taught me. But outside of that, professionally, I work in operations and sales at a company called F8 in Charlotte. And, through that, that's just, from a sales standpoint, that's taught me, the ability to thrive in a competitive environment. Networking, I think there's a lot of parallels between those two things. And I think that makes me a good contender for a finalist in the Aspiring Driver Shootout. So what do short-term career expectations look like? It's another great question. I think that short-term, say years 1 to 2, I think it's about learning as much as I can in as short amount of time as possible. I think that my primary focus is just, building myself up as a driver, whether that looks like, learning about what it looks like to be effective working with a team, developing racecraft, learning technical aspects about cars and strategy, just developing myself and my knowledge in motorsport is something that I have not had the opportunity to do yet, but it's something I look forward to so much. From there, when it comes time to get into an actual race car, I think the idea of open wheel racing is something that really excites me. I think there's a large talent pool of emerging drivers in Formula 4, Formula Renault. I think that could be a real challenge for me, but I think that could be something that I really want to chase. Same thing with Pro-Am GT racing. I think GT racing really excites me as well. So for the same reasons, I think that the talent pool is there and it could be a real challenge. And I love a good challenge. And so I think that could be a great segue into a more advanced career down the line. So what do long-term goals look like? I think I would need to build off of my short-term goals. Having established myself in Formula 4, Formula Renault, or GT racing, you need to establish yourself as consistent, reliable, and a good finisher. I think that those are all aspects of what makes a good racing driver exceed further down the line. But I think more importantly is marketability. I think you need to be good at networking, and I think that you need to be honestly just a marketable driver. I think that that's what separates an amateur from moving forward. Obtaining sponsorships and obtaining higher seats in racing through networking with sponsors and other racers, I think is a big step and a necessary one in order to further your career down the line. And really at the end of the day, regardless of the exact path, the goal kind of remains the same at the end of the day. And that's to really take advantage of every opportunity you have to refine your skills and attract sponsors and, kind of build a lasting career in motorsports. So that is the dream. Apart from that, I just want to thank the team at PT Autosport for taking time out of their day to review this application and for everything they're doing for the racing community, allowing aspiring drivers to show what they've got. So I'm committed to making the most of every opportunity, and this could be the breakthrough I've been looking forward to. So I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you on track in New Jersey in November.